You ever have to walk through a garden or a field and, the ground is all muddy and slippy, and pretty soon your shoes get stuck, and it seems like the more mud you get on, the more harder it is to walk? Well, Psalm 69, David is crying out to save him. And he says, I have sunk in the deep mire, and there's no foothold. I've come into flood waters, and the flood overflows me. That idea that the mud and the muck and the mire, and then rushing water coming over, and he says, I'm weary. I'm weary with crying, and my throat is parched. But he says, my eyes fail while I wait for God. But he says that God knows everything that's going on. He says, you, oh God, it is you who knows my folly. My wrongs are not hidden from you. In the muck and mire of life, God knows what we're doing. God knows what's going on. And we still need to cry out to him. You're going through life and you get tripped up and you get messed up and you got issues going on and you're embarrassed by them. It is not a time to run away from God, but rather it is a time to run to God and cry out to him, to look to God for help. He says, but as for me, my prayers is to you, O Lord, at an acceptable time. O God, in the greatness of your loving kindness. What a great truth for us to wrap our hearts and our head around. That in the midst of our folly, in the midst of our foolishness, God doesn't stiff arm us and put out an arm and say, no, don't come to me. But he wants us to come, to bring our confession to him, to acknowledge our sin before him, and to cry out to him, and to wait upon his healing and restoration for our life. Are you walking through mud in your life today? Today then would be a great day to cry out to God, to get rid of that mud, to lift us out of it and restore us. Till next time in the Pastor's Study, I'm Ray Bertolette.